okay? I'm fine, I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body. But the more I look, the more strange it would seem. That seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but Ayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly... Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really... hey, you two! Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time.
We're busy. Leave us alone. But it's an emergency. Emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me. Someone else was just killed, weren't they? Or Toko just went somewhere. Such an annoying girl. This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency. Reaction. An emergency? What happened? Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. If she's actually Genocide Jack, I'm gonna slam my head into my bed. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat.
Don't make me repeat. Oh, he said to himself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms, to Toko's room most likely. You're right. You're talking to the wrong person, you waste of space. Jesus. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened to the girls in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came to check on her, you know, see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Is Taka still... Is our boy Taka still in there? Because if he's alone in there, is he... She didn't... I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Oh, I don't like it. No. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
There is a look of insanity in those eyes.
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I swear, if she gets stabbed and we don't even know who does it.
Bro, stop right there. This means two things right now. This means two things right now.
I see.
Now, one is she could be saying, I won't let him have control over my situation, which means opening the door and letting him, like, somehow get in. Or, she is Genocide Jack for real. and that's her alternate persona.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago... I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust the door down. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Whatever it is, I'm very worried about her, and I want to persuade her. Well, Byakuya probably could. I'm just really worried about her. Okay. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. She's... Baku? What?
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. Wow. She must really be Genocide Jack. Unless she witnessed a different killing he did. I'm leaning more on the side that she is Genocide Jack.
Honestly, I wonder what if the card that she had said that someone else found that card and then framed it.
And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's just get back to the investigation. Hold on! Hey Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise.
What?
No, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. There's no point in checking there. We need to find real clues. If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. Whoa! There's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Extension cord, huh? This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I just picked one at random. Ah, so you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh? That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. Now, why would that be in a school? Well, it is history. Schools go on history. It won't be disclassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. Interesting. There's so many files stuffed on this shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The Secret Council, controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Why are they in a school? Those are internal documents, for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. I didn't click him again. What am I missing? Huh, it's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not just that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but, I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put this all together? I suppose it goes to show just how much Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps, the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this, it's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like this are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things just don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Reaction! Hold on a second. You were saying that you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is the member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Bayaka is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Bayaka grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack case has been compiled in here. Besides, that's not there at all, because there are so many. Allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characters in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were the members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, nor anyone online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other
The
words...
culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking among us?
Interesting.
Things are starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two. If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Bayaka, about that Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Bayaka handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the crime of each scene had been collected. Jesus. My God. It seems it's done a lot with scissors. Oh my God, we have a lot we can do here. The murder took place in the parking lot of the victim's apartment complex. The victim suffered multiple stab wounds across his body, believed to have been inflicted with the same scissors that were used to attach the victim to the wall. Okay. As with the other cases at the scene of the crime, the word bloodlust was written in the victim's blood. The scissors used in the murder were apparently custom made, with every pair left at each murder scene seeming to be of some material and construction. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tachiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Ise, 14. Takashi Yoshida, 30. God, she even killed a young 14-year-old. Well, if it is a she, I think it's Toko. I really do.
I mean, the game clearly is trying to get us to think that, yeah.
Kamatsuno Toro Takafumi Guno Uchida Nashia Takashi Masumi Yotoi Yamaji. There's no end to it. I wonder how many of those names I got right. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now, take a look at the next page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results. All the crime took place either on weekends, at weekdays, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because if an eyewitness had never come forth, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Okay, it must definitely be Toko at this point. Like, if they're playing it up, and at this point, it has to be her.
I mean,
In other words,
yeah.
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? So, I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else till now. Or maybe it really
Also,
isn't.
I don't think it's good. The game's gonna just have this one be this easy though.
You think that...
Just my only problem with it is that that answer is too easy.
You mean saying it's Toko?
Yeah, like yeah, saying it's my only problem with it is that's too easy of an answer. That I don't think that's it.
Well...
For that reason, I don't think it's Toko.
I'd say think about it this way. The both of us aren't dumb in any regard, so we could easily figure something like this out. Maybe some, like, other people who don't really see much of stuff like this wouldn't know. But I do see your point.
You can't rule out the fact though that it could be the guy who is guiding us.
Maybe.
let's go.
Because we're going on the fact that we know that two people at the time of the murder knew all of this information and could do it, and that's that guy, and Toko.
I see.
I don't think it's Toko. I think it might be Byakuya.
Guess we'll find out. Alright,
We'll
we should
find
get
out,
going
yeah.
soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We've finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya! As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend. It's one of us. But who is it? I had to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go. Investigate one more time. I have to go back to the scene of the crime, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might come up with some info I might find useful. While I'm at it, I need to find out everything I can. Well, let's then start there again. I mean, I think we found everything that was already in there, but there could be someone else just sitting in there now. It's mostly the same people. Hey, Kyoko, have you been making progress on your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation. What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Shiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I knew she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in some kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug? Ooh. I see. See, now this right here, even if you have your split personality, I'm sure your other persona will have some of your own memories. So then that would mean that Genocide Jack, if it is Toko, actually knew about the plug because of Byakuya. And she didn't go in the room, but she saw the extension cord because of Byakuya putting the lamp on the desk.
Or it's Byakuya.
That's right. Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. The more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was the blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended in the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? There's no scissors in her body like Genocide Jack would do. Or the one thing...
but there's also no scissors of that custom style in the whole facility.
Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysterious things together is the one true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at Genocide Jack's case file one more time. Let's see. They said look at the case file again. Well, I can't actually even pull it up, so...
Maybe you need to go to the location to pull it up.
Oh, come on, though. Dude had a real conflict.
Yeah, didn't he say the case file can't leave the room, so you have to go into the room to look at it?
Yeah. I think they're just having the same... Okay, this seems to be the same dialogue. How about for...
Yeah.
Or is it the same? Yeah, okay, this is different.
Chihiro's presence here was especially weak. Her body and her soul.
Hold on just a sec.
No forgiveness!
Oh god, she's doing it again.
To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing! I cannot forgive this!
Okay. Let's leave the room. Wait, what did it just say? The door leads out to the pool. Oh, no, I gotta go. I thought that was the exit door. No, I need to leave. What do you mean there's still more you need to check? Oh, well, the blood lust. Check it again. The word blood was written on the wall. Yeah, just like all those other genocide jack cases. At every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. Should I look at the poster again? Oh. Oh my god. The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Is this not going to be in the boys' room anymore? Ooh, that might.
Oh damn! I did make that comment earlier.
There's a blood stain on the carpet. It could only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. There's a big blood stain on the dumbbell on the floor. Come here, puppy. Yeah, I don't know what your deal is.